Okay, so your choice assignment should be done, and we're going to get ready for today's lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on substitution. Substitution is using algebra to substitute, keyword, one equation into the other. And solving for x and y, and then solving for x and y. Okay, so this is algebra time for the class. You guys have had lots and lots of practice with this. Okay, I want you guys to show to Ms. Skiba how much you know what algebras are going through here today. Please play along if I call on you. I apologize for Rowan. I was just looking through that video. I skipped you, so you're going to start off first with the algebra, and then we're going to carry on with the rest of the class. Once again, apologies to Adam as well. Adam, if the class is not understanding, and you have full permission when Ms. Skiba has pauses, pause it in there to help anyone you want. But please stay in your seat through the lesson, and we'll go through it after. Okay, so example one. I'm going to take you through example one. Then what I'm going to do at the end of this video, I'm going to throw the second example on the board, and we'll pause it, and Ms. Skiba will give you a chance to do it. So this one will go all the way through. So example one is going to say, find the point of intersection which I call the POI, so I'll be using that often, of y equals 2x minus 1 and 2x plus 3y equals 21. All right, as I write that on the board here, there's a little bit of difficulty in solving this with algebra. The problem is we have two equations and two unknowns, okay? And if no matter what I do and I say solve for x, solve for y, you cannot do it immediately. There's a few little things we have to do. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm as well going to take label my equations 1 and 2 again. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate y in equation 1, which in this case is already done. Next page. So now the idea of this, what I can do here, Rowan and everyone else, is y we know is equal to 2x minus 1. So what I'm going to do is everywhere I see a y, I'm going to replace y in the second equation with 2x minus 1. And I'll go through the first one here, and then I'll let Rowan throw some algebra. So what's going to happen is the second equation now is going to be 2x plus 3 2x minus 1 equals 20. And that says this was y. And I'm going to give you guys a sec to think that one over. So everywhere I saw a y, I put in 2x minus 1. I got the 2x minus 1 from the right-hand side of the first equation. Okay, Rowan, it's algebra time. Can you get rid of those brackets for me and tell me to write, please? Okay, very good. So 2x plus 6x minus 3 equals 21. Now, just for how I got the 6x minus 3, 3 times 2x is 6x, and 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. All right, Miranda, what do I do now, please? Okay, hopefully what you said was get the x's on the left and the numbers on the right. And by the way, if there's silence when I ask, shame on you. Please play along and try, and numbers on the right. Just like a regular algebra question. So what that means is the negative 3 has to come across. Richard, we're going to bring the negative 3 across. What does that turn into? 2x plus 6x equals 24. Good. Not yet, great. Selena, what is 2x plus 6x equal? Excellent, 8x equals 24. Okay, and Adam, 8x divided by 8 should be x equals 3. Okay, so what we have just done is we found out if I were to graph these lines, which we're not going to, and that's the advantage of today's lesson, it's going to make things faster because we don't have to graph anymore. We can just use algebra. I found the x point where they match. But remember that we are using lines here, so we have to actually find the y point as well. So to find y, sub in x equals 3 into my first equation. Now, why would I sub it in the first equation instead of the second? The second one will work too, but why would the first one be probably better? Well, the answer to that is, I'm sure Adam is sharing it out right now, is that it already says y equals on the left, right? So since it says y equals, we may as well use that. So it's going to be y equals, I'm going to go to the next slide, hopefully. Y equals 2. The original equation was y equals 2x minus 1. So now it's going to be y equals 2 bracket 3 bracket minus 1, which happens to be 6 minus 1, which equals 5. So I'm going to say then, therefore, the point of intersection, the POI, which is point of intersection, is 3, 5. Okay, so what I want you to do is to take a second and look this over and see how many questions there are. I think Miranda would, if she's here today, and hopefully you are, will be able to give some pointers here if there's any questions on this for that. I'm going to throw your second example on the board. So what I want you to do, Ms. Skiba and everyone else, I know I'm going quick here, it's hard to judge speed of the class through time and space like this, but I'm going to do my best. Example 2 is going to say, find the point of intersection using substitution. Of y equals 5x minus 3 and 8x minus 3y equals 2. Okay, so I'm going to write 1 and 2 on here. There's number 1, hopefully. And there's number 2. Okay, and when I come back, I'm going to stop this video right now. Miss Skiba is going to give the class about 5 minutes to try this one out. Okay, and give it a good solid effort. And Ms. Skiba, I'm going to get you to walk around if you don't mind here. And if people aren't trying, I'd strongly encourage them to. Okay, so force them to. All right. This one followed the same model that we learned in the first example. Okay, I'll get rid of this. Hopefully that recording thing, I'll pull that out of the way so you don't need to see that. Okay, right. You're going to take the 5x minus 3, sub it in the second equation, and do your solving. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Bye.